1. NS Hosa. Axiom Acer. MVP. FX Open. LGIM. Azubu. Prime. StarTale.
Welcome back to the GSTL. Noxa is on the verge of an all-kill. He got 3 wins in a row, and if he takes out the final player for StarTale, who is Curious in the ZVZ, then he'll have done it.
One last game, that's all that he has to do here. So far, he has been eliminating Bomber, Avenge, and Alive. And he couldn't have come into the booth at a better time. It looked very grim for Team MVP, but Noxa, the one they could rely on this time. There he is, not a care in the world.
Yeah, looking very ready. The StarTale coach, on the other hand, looking very stressed out here.
Yeah, the MVP coach, he is laughing. He has a good time here, but a bit earlier on, he was quite concerned and a little bit worried. Now he can enjoy another Zerg versus Zerg, and I really think it would be awesome if Noxa gets an all-kill. It would be great for him, but I want him to lose here just because I want to have a 7th game today.
You know, I just want the best player to win going into set 6, because it's going to be another set 6 EVZ.
Going all Korean there, the answer.
I want
the best team win.
I want the fans to have the best games possible.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I want Noxa to lose. I want an epic game between the two of them. Then Noxa loses. We go into a 7th game, and then the best player might win.
Well, we'll see, man. This is Icarus. This is going to be a pretty weird ZVZ on this map where you've got extra bonus gas and a few more minerals. So, Curious may have something special planned here. I don't think he was probably expecting to worry about Noxa, but probably more likely Sniper.
Well, but Noxa is the one that he has to deal with right now, and Curious heading into the ZVZ. Is Noxa getting his all-kill? Will Curious bring it to his 7th game? We're going to find out right now at the GSTL with Palodro. Starting to the top left, we have the Zerg player for the StarTale team. Yes.
StarTale, Curious.
Curious up against a Zerg opponent in the mirror match. The bottom right of the map we have in blue for Team MVP.
MVP Noxa.
Very small map, very aggressive map.
10 Overlord for Curious, by the way.
Yeah. Going into the pool, not just yet, but probably at 14. A little bit of Overlord smooching going on in the middle of the map.
That was Keldor, by the way.
No, it wasn't me. Stop blaming me on that. It's okay, Wolf. It's fine.
By the way, I just want to point out, you know, there's a lot of mind games going into this map because it's a map where you want to get those resources at the back as soon as possible. So you want to take a hatch first, but you're like, well, that's a little bit risky. And what if he expects me to take a hatch first and punches me for it? So it looks like Curious is going to take the riskier build here and go for that hatchery at the back, but he will get rewarded by it.
You know, when we saw that hatch, he saw the hatch when the second Overlord was visible. And with the second Overlord, you always know the timings, and you know that there's not this early pull that you might have expected. So that's something where you can judge what your opponent is doing, and that's one of the reasons why Curious decided to go into the hatch first. He probably had that idea from the start, but that ensures him that he will be able to hold that. And it's also the reason why he's going now straight away into the gas and not adding the pool a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that's actually really well said. This map is going to get really weird. Because there's so much to say about what can be done with those extra patches and with the extra gas, but even if we go into normal meterless play, the third base on this map is really, really far away, and on 2 bases you're not going to get the same amount of gas as you would on 4 gas on a regular 2-base map. So it starts out with a little bit more gas than usual, but then as you have all 3 extractors, you have less gas than you would on a normal map.
Noxa is playing this really aggressive now. The Baneling Nest, everything being played here on only 1 base, and Curious will have to defend. So this is very reverse from what we saw between Noxa and Life, where Noxa was the one who was trying to hold on to the game. But you can really see this is working quite well. Not going into the 10-10, but still very aggressive build.
Yeah, and right now, he has to make his Baneling Nest, but this is going to make his Zergling speed very, very late. And the aggression that we're going to see here from the beginning is so fast. It's like lightning fast. He's going to hit before Baneling, or his own Zergling speed is even done. Against
the hatch first, the build that Naxo chose here is a really good one. And this is very aggressive. So he can do a lot of damage here. You can see that the Banelings are already done, while for Curious, we don't even see the Baneling Nest in the game.
Some of his Banelings already taken some hits. The Spineclaw definitely not finished here.
Yeah, trying to do his best. Nice micro, taking down 3, taking down the Spinecrawler, no cancel. And speed is nearly completed.
Yeah, speed is nearly done. Here comes that Baneling. The Queen is ready, though.
Yeah, takes down a few of the Zerglings, but that's basically it. The problem really is this follow-up. We have so many Zerglings now coming in, and this is a micro battle where we have Banelings for both sides, for both players.
Yeah. You know, I feel like the better position definitely goes to Curious, though. The only thing he's lacking is speed, but he has the high ground. He has these Queens. He has the Spineclaw coming up now. He even has his own defensive Banelings, as you mentioned. And he takes those Banelings out for free. Oh, the second one barely escapes.
Really well done here by Curious so far. He has the Queens right at the front. He knows that the choke point is the crucial thing to defend here, but he needs that Spinecrawler up, and he's nearly getting it. Good Baneling on the choke point, but he needs to save it a little bit longer. Nice, takes down the Banelings of his opponent. The Zerglings can't get in, and the one Baneling cannot kill these units.
Ah, he should have killed the larva at least, though. If Feeblings do get on that Queen, he doesn't have enough to kill it fast enough. And it looks like Curious has pretty much held this.
Yeah, he's doing this very well, and the big problem for Naxo really is that he still doesn't have an expansion, and of course Curious knows that. He has an Overlord at the bottom right, so the timing window that Naxo has here is nearly gone.
Yeah. He wants to get that one Baneling hit off, but he's not able to do so. Only kills 2 Lings, so it's not enough.
Lings alone are not going to win him the game here. He needs good Baneling hits. That's for sure. Another Baneling goes down. Great micro so far by Curious. He's playing an amazing game here, and Naxo, it looks like he's all out of steam.
Yeah, he really is. The last of these Banelings is not even going to finish. One finishes. Few Lings pop out. This is not going to do enough damage to the drones. None of them die.
Yeah. One Baneling just doesn't matter. One Baneling does not kill your drones, and there were not enough Zerglings to make this work. 12 Harvesters against 14, so Naxo has a few more Harvesters, but the production is better for Curious. He has double mineral patches, he has the gold mineral patches.
Yeah, and he can just walk across the map and kill him very soon even. Saves his Queen, gets the inject off.
And Naxo cannot do anything else but just keep on attacking. He cannot possibly go into a hatch. He can try, but it's not going to work out.
Yeah, and he just doesn't have the Ling numbers. If he had some more similar numbers, his speed would be a bigger deal, but since it's just speed alone against this many Queens and Lings...
The Queen actually going down at the natural.
That was a good hit too! And you know what? This is making things look a little bit brighter for Naxo. He still has a second wave, but I still don't see this working.
Nah, he is already behind in Harvesters. He just caught he's 2 Harvesters behind, killing a few here. But at the front, you can see that the Spinecrawler is still doing its damage. The Queens are a big issue, though. And he could have taken out those Zerglings, so now he's losing his Queens. And that is annoying for him, because he needs them to have the production.
Yeah, he's just really trying to outmaneuver his opponent with that speed upgrade, and it's working in some ways, but you know, like, he needs to be trading better with his Banelings than 2 for 2.
And Curious will have his own speed up very, very soon here. Naxo, he is in trouble. He's definitely in trouble. He's trying to make that work, and he's really putting in a lot of effort. But now Curious is still on 2 bases. He's still ahead in Harvesters. He has the Banelings. He has the Spinecrawler. Speed is nearly done. Naxo needs Baneling hits. He needs perfect Baneling hits here.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like he's going to get him.
But the Spinecrawler is down, and that is going to get a bit more difficult now for Curious to hold. He's getting another one. He maybe should have started that a little bit earlier. Without the Spinecrawler, it's difficult to work against the Banelings.
But he now has speed.
Oh, that was good. Perfect. That was really good. That was exactly what he needed.
Yeah. That was, well...
Yeah, with speed against speed, he can work so much better against them. And as I said earlier, one Baneling does not kill his drones, so Naxo needs more, at least a few Zerglings or an additional Baneling.
Yeah, I would like to see him, instead of doing stuff like that with his Banelings, go for some of the larva. Killing the larva actually makes a big difference if there's a lot of idle larva sitting around.
Once again, a good hit. More and more Zerglings coming in now for Curious. It's still a very thin line that both players are walking here, but Curious is the one who's doing an amazing job with this game.
Yeah, he just still has all the advantages. He has the better production, he has the extra minerals here.
We have another group of Zerglings moving in for Naxo, though. He has the Overlords over there too, just hovering there and watching what's happening. And he sees a lot of additional Zerglings coming across the map in just a few seconds. But the Spinecrawler will be ready.
Yeah, the Spine will be ready, and He's run out of steam. I mean, looking at the harvester count right now, it's not looking good. It's 18 to 14, and
he has a queen back. He harvests the gold mineral patches. He has double saturation there. We have now the banelings on the high ground. The spine crawler is in position. He has the extra queen. He has speed, a disadvantage that he had earlier.
Yeah, those hits were not good enough.
Yeah, he's falling farther and farther behind Naxo, that is, of course, and there he is.
GG. Curious brings us to our final match.
Avoids the all-kill. Really well done by Curious here. Good job by him. And now the series is tied.
Curious with a sick hold there.
Yeah, really well played.
I like the idea, though, on a map like this. It's very smart to go for this when your opponent goes hatch first.
Yeah, in this scenario, Curious really with a good hold. The spine crawler at the front was so important, and he could have done a better job with saving his queens, but it worked out so well for him. Once he got the speed upgrade, he could really dance around the banelings of his opponent, and that was really good CVZ. A lot of micro going into this, but Naxo also with huge balls here, going for such a strategy, not getting a second base, playing this completely one base and trying to take out Curious early on. Trying to gamble a little bit, mind play his opponent.
Yeah. Good mind games going into this, just did not, Curious would not be stopped there, and he had the high ground advantage, he had those queens out, he got his eventual own banelings out. He delayed Zergling's speed for a really, really long time, but it ended up being the right choice because he needed those banelings to defend.
Who's going to be the last player? You know, I have no clue. We could even see Killer. I mentioned at the beginning of the match how well Killer played against Lenog. He has a couple of sick builds against Zerg. Could be him. We could see a Terran. We could see Sniper. We could see, exactly, Super, aka Vampire. There are so many players. You just need to snipe one player. You have so many advantages with this. So who do you pick? Could even be Tails.
Could be Tails. It's just one Pross versus Zerg build order that we're going to see, and that could decide, whether they win or they lose. That is going to decide whether they win or they lose. And he could just try to play a macro game as well. Just depends on what map they pick. There's only a few maps left, and DMZ is the map choice, so one of our last maps here. I'm feeling a Protoss.
I think, I don't know. I actually don't know. They have so many good players for each phase. It could be a Protoss. They have a lot of good Protoss players, and it's going to be Vampire.
Yep. This is a smart choice.
It's going to be Super. Killer. He got an all-kill this season. It is him. They go for a Protoss versus Zerg in the last match.
See a StarTale coach a little bit stressed about this, but it's probably what he expected already.
Comes down to one last game on DMZ. Super has an all-kill this season. Vampire changed his ID to Super in case you have not known that already.
Yeah. Such a strong player. And, he's one of these other players like Naxo who's really, really good in Team League, but otherwise has not been as strong. They're very famous for losing to Line in on Daybreak.
Don't remind me of that series. I think that's something that we can definitely attribute to nerfs. I mean, that did not look like the guy that we have in the booth these days.
Yeah. This is going to be a really exciting one, man. This is what it all comes down to between these two Titan teams on DMZ.
That was... God, I love that we have another PvZ right now for this match. I mean, Naxo is really a little bit annoyed here that he lost that game. He's like, well, it was so close. I nearly got the all-kill. And Curious, hunching here a little bit. He needs to win it right now for his team. Keep in mind, guys, both teams have currently 2 wins in the rankings and 1 loss. So whoever wins this series will take the first spot in the rankings for the GSTL.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is, this is for all the bragging rights of first place here. And both of these teams are considered by fans worldwide and in the studio to be the best 2 teams in the league. And one of them has to emerge victorious as I am #1 coming out of this pennant race. And it's going to be decided in this final game on DMZ.
Naxo is defeated. Now it is up to Curious to take down the last player for Team MVP. It is Super, aka Vampire. He got an all-kill this season already. Curious is a very tough opponent. It's going to be a really good Protoss versus Zerg. A lot of PvZs these days.
Yeah, we keep seeing them. Such good Pross and Zergs on all the ESF teams right now. The countdown is finished. DMZ is loading. It's the final map. This is the epic conclusion to our Team League match between StarTale and MVP. It's 3-3. Only one team will take the final match and advance to the first place spot in the rankings. I am Wolf. With me is Caldor. Let's go into the game.